This has got to be one of the most stressful races of the year. Vegas to Reno has always been a tough race for us.
Put that car up there. Go! Take the pit with 2 miles out.
And just in general, there's a lot of stress that comes along with everything that is Vegas to Reno, you know.
Let's get this rope.
It's qualifying. The first time we've qualified in UTVs for Best in the Desert, so it's a monumental day, but it adds a little bit of stress. You know, you got to run the car hard, but you got to take care of it. We're finna jump in the car and head up to staging and try to get a good qualifying spot. Man, realistically, we've said it time and time again that Vegas to Reno is our arch nemesis race. That one race that I still want to win.
I don't know that I want to qualify super up in the front. Tough to know what pace you got to run, but top 10 would be ideal.
You know, qualifying is tough. It's great in the aspect the fast guys get towards the front, the slower guys will start behind. But also the UTVs are still pretty fragile for how fast and how capable they are. And so you got to be prepared to change some moving parts if you're going to qualify hard and try to get up towards the front.
I love this race because it's the most challenging, and for us, you know, that's part of the allure of desert racing is the challenge. You know, you want to pit yourselves against the very best drivers in the very toughest race of the year, and this race is it.
And that should be our finish. Good freaking driving. We just got to finish line.
I think we did pretty good. We were freaking hauling it out there. Find out how we qualify, I don't know when, but.
I dread this race because it requires the most amount of work.
So now qualifying's done. Go tear the car down. I just wish I could hang out with my friends and have fun. It's all business. It'll be a long night tonight.
In between qualifying and the actual race, we got about a day and a half of time with a lot of stuff that we're obligated to in between. So the window to swap the car over to the race setup is very small.
Obviously, we're not at the shop, so this is our hotel parking garage. That's our makeshift shop.
It's kind of becoming a thing with S3, you know, to find a semi-empty parking garage and freaking get some things done. So it's fixing to be a long night for us, but it's things that you have to do if you want to stay competitive with this.
Skip lunch, skip breakfast. I'm working all day.
It's a sacrifice for the people that come and help you. It's a sacrifice for you on how much you devote into it, and that's a direct reflection of the success that you see in desert racing. I'm a little bit worn out for sure. It's going to be worth it. It's time well spent. Leaving nothing to chance, testing everything, checking everything, changing everything. That's what you got to do.
Oh, heck yeah. It's the sucky part.
Qualified in the top 10. It's a good place to be for Vegas to Reno. If we can just catch a break this year, man, a little bit of luck, we'll do all right.
I shed so many tears that my tear dots turn red. Now that
ready for this. Time to take the car, get that done, and then maybe relax for the day, but probably not. Probably not the second part.
Woo! Was just tired after car rebuild, but today is tech and contingency day. We're rolling in, we thought was early, so there's already a line of vehicles in here. We're just trying to struggle to find somewhere to park. I think the difficulty of Vegas to Reno is the length and the logistics of the race. You know, it's becoming a really hard balance to keep everything in line.
Hard on being crazy, trying to get a bunch of photos. I don't know, the normal crazy stuff that always happens every time.
All the festivities that go on, you know, all those distractions for sure take away from our focus. You know, we got to remember what we came out there for.
Enjoying everything, seeing all the cool rides that people fabbed up to race. It's a pretty cool place to be.
You already know. I'm not gonna put it on there super good because I want it to get blowed off of there.
Hotter than the African savannah out here, and we're fixing to spend 12 hours in it tomorrow. I can't think of a better time to get the trucks ready for the race, set all the pit boxes and everything up than, you know, 2 o'clock in the afternoon when it's 111 out here. Perfect timing. There's more to the dynamic than just showing up and driving. It's the longest off-road race in the Best in the Desert series. It's the longest one that we race in North America. It is a race that will take a toll on you, not just as a driver and co-driver, but a toll on the chase crew. Vegas to Reno is just, for North America races, is the toughest. Oh man, it's the morning of the race. We got out here early so we can relax and hang out. So we got staged in just a little bit. Already hot out here. It's fixing to be a long day. It's gonna be a tough day.
To be honest with you, I feel pretty confident, pretty prepared, which is unusual because I'm usually super nervous. It is a marathon. It is about conserving the car and about making it to the finish line.
The heat is always hard, right? It's always tough on your body to be in the heat like that. But we knew this going into Vegas to Reno. We raced it for 5 or 6 years now, so I know what Vegas to Reno is. But physically, your body doesn't respond when you're that exhausted, when you're that hot, and you can't control that.
That's over here to the line.
It's tough. That's one of the big challenges of Vegas to Reno is the heat.
4-wheel drive, high range. Go, go. Great. Half a mile to hard left.
Just left the starting line, going to pit 1. Hopefully we beat them, but yeah, the race is on. We've started.
We got something going on with the car and we'll barely running. I think the intake hose is collapsed.
This is par for the course. Something doesn't go wrong in the first 10 miles. It's not normal.
The car's been running perfect for hundreds of miles of testing, and then all of a sudden, the start, it will only do 55 miles an hour, and we're in limp mode.
You can't have any problems, one flat tire or one blown belt. You might as well just throw the race away.
We get into a mountain section and decide, you know what, let's just stop, shut the car off, fire it back up, and see if by some miracle it fixes itself.
Miraculously, the car comes back to life, and we start ripping.
Straight, hard right 90. Don't let it sneak up on you.
You start putting your head down, you start hitting good corners, and you realize, like, all right, here's the race.
Y'all are approximately 6 minutes off of blurring right now. All right, let's go, pack up, roll, go.
Yeah, they come back through. They said they don't know what it was. They had about 8 miles, 10 miles of problems. Car's running strong. We're just gonna keep chasing them.
It takes a little while to get everything going, to get your mind clear, focused on the race, figuring out the terrain.
We start catching people in the pits, passing them in the pits. Those are cars that we're taking physical positions over.
Trying to get ready for our first main pit. Fuel, belt, air filter, send them on the way.
Vegas to Reno is absolutely impossible without the chase crew. They have to be on point, and they can't miss a turn, they can't miss a stop, they can't miss a pit, or we're out of it.
Everything went smooth, car's still in good shape. Now we're just gonna keep pressing forwards. I think we're making up time.
A little stressful, but I like it. It's a big adrenaline rush. Ain't nothing like it out here.
After the race gets going, I forget about everything outside of the car. I'm focused on what does the car feel like? Is there anything that feels weird? Is there any weird noises? But I don't think of anything outside of the car that I can't control.
Yeah, it sounds like we're about to get hit with some thunderstorms. It's been raining on and off throughout the day, sprinkling, but it feels wonderful outside. It's definitely not the typical Vegas to Reno 115, so we're enjoying this a lot.
The fact that we didn't have any problems the majority of the day and that nobody passed us all day, we felt like we were keeping a really good pace.
They're looking a little weary right now. We've got them fueled up with some Monster and some fuel, so a little bit of snacks. It's been a good 8 hours into the day, so it's definitely been long, but it's been nice and smooth.
I try to keep our position in the race completely out of my mind, especially on a race this long because it can change in an instant. I don't even consider where are we on the race. We run the pace that we know has won races before. We run a pace to where we're catching the cars in front of us and we just keep pushing forwards. When we get towards the end of the race is when you start considering, where are the other cars at? Like, how is everything shaking out?
We cannot let nobody get by. Justin wants to roll. He don't want to sit there and wait and all that. He wants to roll. He just passed them too, and he don't want them to catch back up.
I had an idea that we had picked some people off, and we had got up in the top 5 or 6 physical because we had passed a few cars and saw some in the pits.
That's good. Good? Yeah. Clear! Through pit 11, that's our fast fuel stop. So it's up to them boys to bring her home. Man, this might be it. Let's get it.
You know, I knew that we were doing pretty good. Just the fact that we passed a few cars in the pits, nobody passed us. So I knew the sheer fact that we kept the car moving the whole race, I figured top 10. I thought I knew where we were physically.
Good job, guys.
Thank you, buddy.
Man. Great job.
Thank you.
And as always, man, love you guys. Thanks for being here.
It's always a pleasure seeing you, buddy. Woo! Good freaking job, D. Pulling up to the finish line is always the weirdest thing. Like, you blow through and you have that moment to settle down. I'm just thankful to make it here. I can't believe the car made it, dude. We beat the crap out of this thing today.
Hard work yesterday was worth it?
Yeah. I realize there's no other UTVs that's finished before us besides Austin Wheelan.
But we want to make sure that he is the unofficial winner.
And you realize that we're on the podium again. Feel that progress. You feel like you're really starting to get things accomplished.
We got some fans up here for you, Austin.
Granted, it's always disappointing to get second and not win a race. But man, when you consider what Vegas to Reno is and you consider the race that so many other guys had, you have to appreciate that you were able to get a podium finish. Thank y'all for the work today, boys. Y'all did awesome. Sorry I didn't win it. Anything outside of crashing a car or braking at Vegas to Reno is an automatic win for us because we've had so many crazy races along the way. I thank God that we just got to get it to a finish line. Beyond that, there is people that make me be able to do this. S3 Power Sports, just some dumb country boys from Louisiana that like to race.
Once again, let's give it up for this guy right here. Incredible.
This actually was one of the more fun Vegas to Renos that I can remember. Finishing second at Vegas to Reno.
Get the cars. They got a big office up there.
Now we go get some sleep and we start that drive home. But this drive home will be a little better. And we did pretty freaking good, man. It's hard to complain about getting second at Vegas to Reno. So, but for now, I just want to eat something and sleep.
What words are coming out of your mouth right now?
It's hot, Josh. I'm not gonna lie to your face.
Go ahead and sweat everything out. Get it out your way. It'll be all right.
But fortunately for me and you, we didn't have ice cream.
Oh yeah, ice cream.
That was good too. I ain't gonna lie, it was good.
Rocky.
What just happened?
Got freaking pulled over. Last time it was me, and I got a freaking ticket for it. Everybody's seen Anchorman. You know milk's a bad idea when it's 1,000 degrees outside. He's regretting it now. Look at him.
Not a good start for poor Rocky. First trip out, gets a speeding ticket, a DOT ticket. He should have known not to be driving this truck. I'm gonna be honest, I'm so tired from that run-in with the cop, I'm probably gonna let you keep driving.